Please be seated.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Permission to carry on. Good morning, sir. Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this ceremony, which marks the handing and turning over between Major General Prince Charles Johnson III, retired, outgoing Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of Liberia, and Colonel Davidson Forleh, Chief of Staff, Designate, Armed Forces of Liberia. I am Major Stephen Tortakla, the Chief of Public Affairs, Armed Forces of Liberia, and will serve as Master of Ceremony for this important program. Our opening prayer will be done by Captain K. Uriah Zuga, Captain General, Armed Forces of Liberia.
Let us pray. Father, in the mighty name of Jesus, we thank you this morning because you have done it again for us as we come to witness and celebrate and participate in this handing and turning over ceremony. We pray, Lord, that you will go with God and be a counsel to our leaders who have been ascended to various positions. That you will go with God and lead them as to do their business. We thank you, Lord, and even all those who have come to witness this occasion. May you bless, may you guide and lead us as we go through the time of handing and turning over ceremony. In Jesus' name.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I'm pleased to call on Major Jido for the opening remarks.
At this time, I would like to say all protocols said. I am Major Robert T. Jido Jr., the Assistant Chief of Staff for Personnel, Armed Forces of Liberia. I would like to welcome all of you to this handing and taking over ceremony for the Armed Forces of Liberia. I hope we have a good stay as the program progresses. So thank you very much and welcome.
Thank you. Distinguished guests, at this time I'm pleased to call on the I'm pleased to call on I'm pleased to call on Honorable Major General Daniel Designate Jr., retired and immediate past Minister of National Defense for remarks.
The Chief of Staff, General Prince Johnson III, senior officers, the government and women of the Armed Forces of Liberia, our distinguished guests, our partners. I want to say I'm very, very elated this morning to have been a part of this auspicious program. Just over 6 years ago, I was sitting right in the seat that I am, and I turned over to General Johnson. Now, General Johnson is going to be turning over the baton to Colonel Davidson Forleh. And this is where we were born. If I said this is where we were born, it was in the same building that we all enlisted into the armed forces of Liberia. And this is where we are all going to be leaving one by one. But the good thing about it is I'm so elated because all of those who are following our footsteps, they are being trained, they have the requisite education, and I have no doubt that everything that we did, they will continue. And I just want to advise you, General Johnson, General George, Colonel Forleh, Colonel Dan, I will be around. If you need my service, I will be more than happy to provide that. I just want to leave all of you with just one thing, and this is why I've kept the armed forces of Liberia to where it is. We should stay out of politics. No matter where you find yourself, we should be apolitical. That will set the armed forces of Liberia apart. That will make us a standard bearer for the security community. I want to thank everyone. Thank you.
At this time, Major General Prince Charles Johnson III, retired and outgoing Chief of Staff, AFL, will now make remarks.
Let me just continue on from our J1 to say all protocol observed. I've been watching General Z. You guys know, maybe since the Ambassador Designate, I'll be watching to see, because maybe if I'm fortunate to go at the Ministry of Defense, I may be going in full shoe again. Thank you so much, sir. But definitely always tap on your knowledge of accounting that we know you have, and to move on. It's the best gift for any military man to receive, to retire honorably. That's the best gift. And I believe after 18 years, it is time for us to transition to allow the younger ones to also steer the affairs of our military. To my family, especially my sister, I know in this room, she actually 18 years ago, from a UN job, she actually encouraged me 2005, 2006, and say, since in fact our father served this country and served in the same position we occupy today, there's a need to continue the legacy in the family. And I came from a handsome UN job of more than $1,000 UNDP to come to receive $80 from the beginning. Today, see where I am, where I reach. It's not so much about the money, but service to country. Passion, I want to say thank you indeed for that encouragement. I know my brother is here, other family member. I want to say thank you. AFL personnel, this would not be possible with all your support. And I will quote from General Forleh, who was here with the airborne unit during our Ebola time. He said, you see the dog? When you see it sailing on the water, you're like, wow, the dog is just moving, no fighting, nothing, it's just moving. That was me. But if you put a camera on that water and see the feet of the dog and see how it struggled, that is the personnel of the AFL, the staff, the kind of support that you provided for me. That today, again, to be nominated to occupy another job. I want to say thank you to all the personnel. MOD staff, all of you that are here, like we always say, civilian control of the military, it was because of your support we received as a military to be here. General Z, we have a general name for him, like we say, the professor. A lot of you don't know. He's a very, very smart person. And thank God Liberia has decided to continuously to use him for this new government. Sir, indeed, we are grateful. You know my deacons here, Geraldine? You know when you have, it's important when you have a female as a deputy. Those things you overlook, she brings to bear. Deacons, thank you so much for all the support. I know as we leave together to go, that support should continue. You know, let me start because I'm about to transition, especially my father, who I know is not here. His picture is right up there. I think it was because of that gentleman you see, third or middle there, who served this country as chief of staff. He never had this opportunity to be retired like this. He died as a result of a motor accident. But today, look what his son is getting. I know he's no more, but I know he's in the grave and like being very satisfied looking at, yes, after serving his term of more than 35 years, he served. And today he's gone. It was because of that discipline we received from him that today we sit here to occupy the CC. Finally, I can now tell my uncle, who always asks me, your father served as Lieutenant General. You serve as Major General. So he's still better than you, even in the grave. Recently, I called here and said, but sooner or later, if I'm confirmed by the Senate, I'll be Minister of Defense. So I'll pass in now. So he said, yes. So now while he's there watching, he will be monitoring. But it's a short remark that I just wanted to also continue on. And as we transition, this part is serious to show you. Let me start preparing, sir, as a civilian to take up my glasses. Sooner or later, that's where I'll be going to do. Good. Tremendous time to be honorably retired after nearly 18 years of service to the people of Liberia and the armed forces. A privilege to occupy all three senior offices: Brigade Commander or Commanding General, Deputy Chief of Staff, and Chief of Staff or Chief of Defense Staff. Witness two successful democratically elected governments, 2018 and 2024. And most importantly, this is the point. Let me make sure. Most importantly, upholding the integrity of our noble institution. I'm looking at you, Colonel Forleh, who will be taking charge. General Z did it. I'm doing it now. And today, by so many reports, the AFL is the best government institution in this country. Looking at our Civil War, where we came from 15 years, looking at what is happening in the region currently, today the AFL stay apolitical for one of the most crucial elections we just had last year. It's over to you. It's over to you. We are grateful to President Salif, President Weah, and now President Commander-in-Chief Joseph Yuma Boyka Sr., to our partners, ECOWAS, and all who's now in this room. The MOD staff already mentioned you, service personnel, and our dependents. Indeed, we are grateful for your support. I will close with this. Mission first, dare to defend, a force for good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. At this time, we will now move to the reason we are here. That is the signing of the handing and taking over notes between the outgoing Chief of Staff and the Chief of Staff Designate, right in our own faces. We are witnesses to it. At this time, we will turn to the Chief of Staff Designate, Colonel Davidson, for remarks. Journalists, please retire to your position. Okay, the squad. Journalists, you have a squad.
Daniel Designate, former Minister of National Defense, retired. Authorities of the Ministry of National Defense present. Honorable Prince Charles Johnson, retired. Madam Geraldine Jeanette George, Deputy Chief of Staff, retired almost. Members of the Armed Forces of Liberia present, our EATT and our mentors in this room for both the U.S. Embassy and other countries. Our partners from other places that we get recognized at this point in time. Our family members here, also members of the full estate. Good morning. I bring you greetings from my wife and my family. Today is indeed a great day. And let me start by taking you to a point that I love. When I grew up as a child, probably in the 6th grade, I used to memorize this point, and I want to share it with you. It probably takes some absence for this point. It was written by a British American named Robert Lee Frost. I will not be verbatim, but I will take some key points from that word and see how I can translate it to why I am here today. Title: The Road Not Taken. It said 2 roads diverge in the Hollywood, of which I had to travel one. But being an experienced traveler, I stood at one end of the road and I looked where it disappeared in the other world, where I could see no more. Then I stood at the other end of the road. It was grassy. It was less traveled. As a good traveler, I decided to take the road that was less traveled. Let me end the point right there. The decisions that we make in life have consequences. They take us to where our journey probably is being destined. Today, in 2006, I remember, we took a decision. And in this room, I see most of my colleagues who decided to take the decision together with me. On my right, I see General Prince Charles Johnson. On my extreme right, I see General Geraldine George. And I also see the former Minister of National Defense, Daniel Designate. Interestingly, General Designate and I were schoolmates. We were in the 2nd grade at the Bible Way Mission. So when we came in this hall, I'm like, I think I know this dude. But along the line, while we were going on the firing range, then I'm like, I used to attend this school, Bible Way Mission. He looked at me. He said, really? I said, yes. He said, but I was in this school. I said, which year? He said, around 1984, 85, just around the time the election, the coup of Santo. I said, well, you my God, man. I mean, we were in this school together. So we have come a long way. These decisions that we make along the way has brought us to where we are. For me today, it has not been rosy or rosy. It has been rough, it has been tough, it has not been just smooth. But the decision that I took along this line landed me somewhere in Addis Ababa at one point in time. In Addis Ababa, we served with distinction. And Liberia, today, can be remembered, having the first defense attaché at that mission. The decision we took in 2006 landed me somewhere in Mali, Bamako, where we work, and we work tirelessly representing our country. And we serve as Chief U1, Chief of Personnel. What may interest you is not just the name you're hearing as Davidson Forleh. What is interesting is that as we march through these walls of the United Nations in Mali, then you hear people calling, Chief, 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 good morning, Chief, good morning. It is the flag of Liberia that they are referring to. So we did all that we could do based on these decisions that we took yesterday. Today, we are here today. General Johnson and I have come a long way. At the brigade, he turned over to me. Today, he's turning over to me again. And we hope in the future, he's going to turn over to me. So not to quote you much, I want to say thank you, first and foremost, to General Zankan, who happens to be my personal advisor. I always went over to him to tell him, look, Chief, this is it. And he was always there to tell me what to do for them to do it this way. Man, Josh, you are a mother, man. Trust me, I got your back. I mean, we came a long way. I always refer to you as our sister and our mother. Of course, General Johnson, you still got me. Because I'm not going to leave you, though. Because, you know, I'm hitting the ground running, right? Armed Forces of Liberia Day is just a few minutes, a few hours, and a few days, and General Johnson is leaving. Who do you think want to run this stuff? He's going to run it. Yeah, so I will be on his back, foot to foot, okay? So we're so happy, and on my extreme left, not my extreme, my immediate left, I have my police, Chief Anto Dana, who will be my immediate deputy. This is a young man that I'm well pleased. So I told him, like, look, Dana, listen to me. You want to run this show. Yeah, I'm an old man, right? I said, you want to run this show, and I like his energy. So we're getting along. So to all of you, members of the Armed Forces of Liberia, our mentors, we want to say thank you for all the support over the years. You have been exceptional. I did not be for you, we will not be here today. And of course, my wife would have loved to be here. She's a medical practitioner, so she's all over the place. She's here? Oh, she's right there. So Mrs. Forleh is here. She's been really prayerful. She's been really encouraging the advice and everything. Then my son, Anthony Forleh, he's like the army man in the house. Dad, you got to wake up. You got to do this. You got to do that. I said, come on, bro. I'm the military man. You're not. You're a lawyer. So to the family, I want to say thank you. To all of you, our soldiers, our sailors, our friends, our partners, and all of you, say thank you, members of the Fulbright State, for coming to make this program what is it today. Thank you very much, and let's have ourselves a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The press. Yeah, please retire to your post, please. Please retire to your post. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today we will present plaque to two distinguished individuals who serve the AFL with all their energies. They are the Chief of Staff, who is outgoing, and his Deputy Chief of Staff, who is also outgoing. Let me call on the Assistant Chief of Staff for Personnel, G1, Major Robert Gino, to come and present the flag. Beginning with the Deputy Chief of Staff. Men, please proceed to the front of the room.
Tape-la, ese de más. Esa. ¿Cómo está?
So we're supposed to also present the flag. So instead of doing one at a time for them to go sit over again, we just do the two together. We present the flag and the flag to the outgoing and the chief of staff, and we do the same to the outgoing chief of staff. Thank you.
Use the mic.
The outgoing Deputy Chief of Staff, Brigadier General Geraldine George retired, on behalf of the gallant men and women of the armed forces of Liberia, we present this flag to you, which is the symbol, the memento or souvenir for all personnel of the armed forces of Liberia. Hang maybe in your office, or placed on your desk, or maybe placed in your home to remember your service. And on the plaque it reads, the armed forces of Liberia.
No,
Retired. The lady husband.
Our husband is here, sir.
On this plaque it reads, the armed forces of Liberia presents this award to Brigadier General Geraldine J. George retired, service number OF/2006-005 for her outstanding and dedicated service to Liberia as Deputy Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia, February 2018 to February 2024. So, then, on behalf of all personnel, I present this plaque to you.
The flag.
Just on the flag, one, two. Yeah.
Also, we present the flag that bears your presence. Once the Deputy Chief of Staff is here, we have one star, white star on the red background. It indicates the presence of the Deputy Chief of Staff. So we give your flag to you as a symbol of your authority. Thank you, ma'am.
At this time, we call on the outgoing chief of staff.
Come on, Ari.
Welcome, sir.
Yes,
It's like my sister. That's my sister. This is.
Yes, sir. So, on behalf of the men and women of the Armed Forces of Liberia, a plaque was also prepared for you. This plaque is a symbol or a souvenir for all personnel of the Armed Forces of Liberia. And it also reads, the Armed Forces of Liberia presents this award to Major General P.C. Johnson III, retired. Service number OF 2006-003 for his outstanding and dedicated service to Liberia as Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia from February 2018 to February 2024. So thank you very much, sir, for your service.
My sister, my wife is in Sweden. My sister. Well, she always saying she's the old mom for us. So she represents my mom. I would say that.
So before giving you the flag that represents the authority of the Chief of Staff, which you already have, though you are retired, but we gave you also the seal, which is an indication of the authority also. So we'd like to present the seal first, and later we'll give you the... Sir. The Armed Forces of Liberia and other militaries have a tradition. Once the Chief of Staff is present, a red flag is placed on the pole outside with two white stars indicating the rank of Major General. So, while you are retired, we also give you authority for each time you see the white star, the two white stars, and the background with all the units as indicated of your authority. So, sir, thank you, sir, for your service.
Thank you, sir. And so this concludes the indoor portion of the program. This program is actually has two parts. The first part is indoor, and the second is outdoor. So we now will jump over the first part. There will be the change of command that will take place outside under the flagpole. The change of command. That's a beautiful, colorful demonstration you are going to witness. So please remain in here yet. We'll move to photo session. So should we do the photo?
Leave it on.
So the photo session will take place at the front of the building. But I beg your indulgence to please remain seated for a couple of minutes while we arrange our photo studio. Thank you.
So family members, we also do photos for our family members outside. If your family member right after the official photo, you can stay by so we can do family photos as well.
Chief of Staff Designate, sir. With your permission, our guests will proceed outside because we have to take these chairs out to arrange the photo area. Yes, sir. So distinguished guests, we can please proceed to the front of the building and be chatting with one another, make new friends while we arrange photo studio.